Hey, what's going on, guys? Pansy here. I am the MMO guru, and in this video, we're going to be watching and breaking down Blue Protocol's official trailers and then talking about important things like the release date, publisher, is there any PvP, and is the game going to be pay to win? So let's get to it. All right, so here's the first one. Now, I know there are plenty of gameplay videos out there and class videos and informational videos. We'll be doing all of that in the future, but this is just the place for us to start off. So here's the first trailer. Let's hit it.
Do you remember
I remember.
what our world was before?
It was like this, but different. Not kidding. Oh, that's some nice visuals. I like the artwork.
Sundering.
I am an absolute sucker for anime style MMOs. Like, I wish Kurtzspell was better, but I used to play like OG games like Maple Story. There's one really dinky one called Fiesta Online I played back like when I was in high school and college. And also like Aura Kingdom, I had so much fun. I wish that game wasn't as under optimized as it was, but yes, I love anime style MMORPGs. I'm looking at these visuals and they look solid. I like this art style so much.
Before the war.
They got some cutscenes. Let's go.
Before the darkness. Do you remember? You will.
You will. Do you remember? No, you will. You know, one thing is this game is developed by Bandai Namco, and I am really looking forward to their story aspect to it because, you know, it's a Japanese MMO and it's like I have a degree of expectation that there will be like lore and story, and this game's going to, you know, fill that niche. And that is like so important because an MMORPG without something like a story, it's really hard for it to like transcend time. Like it might be the it game for like a year or two and then people quit, but if it wants to transcend time, there has to be a continuous story which takes us through a journey over like different expansions and updates and such. And I hope that they do a good job at telling a story here, because with this artwork and stuff, it's definitely going to feel like you're in an anime or something like that, you know? The art style's really good. I like it. Now, I hope they don't overdo it with the skill animations. From the gameplay videos I've seen, they don't. It seems pretty tame. You know, like in some anime style games when they're like flying everywhere and one skill, they're flying everywhere in the sky and doing all these slashes, and it takes up like a huge AoE for one skill. It's like there needs to be a proper scale. I like it when there's a proper scale to like abilities and combat. And you know, that's going to be key. That's going to be key because this game is going to be a PvE game, and they're going to have to nail that for it to be successful. So there seems to be like some basic classes. It's not going to be a game with like 20 something different classes. I believe there's like 5 base classes or something like that. I need to look more into it, but so far, I know these are all like polished scenes for the trailer specifically, but they look good, man. This is my style of artwork. Like I like it a lot.
Your future needs you.
No, that was a solid trailer. I got no complaints. Coming 2023. Let's go. All right, let's move on to the next one.
The world of Blue Protocol takes you on a heroic journey to unlock your lost memories,
Nice.
discover your true identity.
Hold up, is that a chocobo horse? It's like the head of a chocobo and a body of a horse or a donkey. Kind of.
Identity. Team up with old friends and new allies, and defeat powerful enemies to save the future from its deadly past.
Now that's not like polished footage or fake footage. That is actual gameplay right there. So like I think it is a toned down scale. Like it's not over the top. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that.
2,000 years in the future, a massive beast has awakened within the planet's core.
Him? He doesn't look so bad.
Threatens to destroy the world.
Why would he do that?
Awake with no memory of your past, quickly finding yourself at the center of a millennia-old conflict. As the grand story unfolds, you'll discover your true purpose and what it means
I hope they have like proper facial animations like in MapleStory.
to be a hero.
Those emoji faces.
Explore, craft, and battle your way across Regnus.
Oh, crafting. I hope crafting is like an actual integral part of the game. I love it when games incorporate it in the right way. Like there needs to be depth and progression to even crafting. It's not just something, a side task you do as a chore and then get your end game piece and it's like, oh, I'm never crafting again. Like the OG WoW professions.
Swap between 5 unique classes to do battle with fluid, action-heavy combat.
Oh, nice. We get to swap classes and stuff. Yee, clean.
Relying on your teammates' skills and abilities to complement your playstyle. And tailor your character to fight back against enemies that adapt their tactics.
Okay, this combat doesn't seem over the top like Black Desert in terms of action combat where it's like really fast paced, zipping around everywhere and stuff. But I like it. I think it looks nice. It looks pleasant.
To counter your strengths.
Oh, the true endgame right here.
Be your own hero and stand out on the battlefield.
Yes. Don't you hate it when games do like gender lock classes? Like I absolutely hate that. I miss the OG game style where you just make your character and you pick a class.
Equip armor, clothes, accessories, and mounts to fight back the forces of evil.
The true endgame.
Them to look good doing it.
Hell yeah.
Blue Protocol, the options are nearly limitless. You can look how you want and play how you want. And you're not alone on Regnus. Tackle quests solo, or party up with friends and other adventurers.
Nice.
Battle your way through epic.
You know one thing? It's nice when games incorporate both options because for whatever reason, even if it has the most amazing cooperative gameplay and content like dungeons, raids, etc., there's always going to be that one person who's like, can you play it solo? All those Kirito-chans, man.
Dungeons. But to take on Blue Protocol's most difficult challenges, you'll have to group up with other teams to defeat skyscraping monsters and earn incredible loot.
Let's go.
Blue Protocol is set in a beautiful fantasy world with a sweeping story that'll lead you across Regnus to discover its secrets. Exciting and engaging combat with hundreds of unique ability combinations. Deep and diverse character customization, and fast-paced multiplayer action. The world of Regnus is unlike anything you've ever seen. Solo or with friends, get ready to bring the adventure to life in Blue Protocol.
Let's go. It looks good. It looks good. Like, I got no complaints. I used to bitch about, you know, them not doing any PvP and stuff, but we'll talk about it. But I understand now. I'm older. I'm wiser. It's like been 2 years, but yeah, I'm wiser on that. So anyway, I think these are 2 solid introductory trailers. We'll break it down more in detail in the future with other videos, but this is just a place for us to start off. Now, let's talk about the important things. First up is the release date. So it was announced. Now let's talk about a few of the important things. First up is the release date. It was announced that there's going to be a global free-to-play release in the second half of 2023. That means there will be a cash shop, there will be microtransactions. We'll get a little bit more into that in a bit. But the next thing is, who's the publisher? It's going to be Amazon Games, as you can see here. there's going to be mixed feelings about Amazon games. They are very relatively new to publishing games. Only recently, they had New World and Lost Ark. These guys are pretty new to the scene in terms of publishing. Now, me personally, I'm not worried about Amazon games publishing it because I feel like they will do it right. When you look at New World, they said they initially tried to add like some sort of pay to win thing where it was like more convenient sort of stuff, but there was a backlash from the community and they listened, they removed it. And now, even now, after like over a year of the game being out, there's no pay to win in the cash shop. I mean, they proved themselves that they can hold back and say, hey, we stuck to our guns, right? And then when you look at Lost Ark, Lost Ark is the complete opposite. It's very heavily pay to win, but that came with the development of the game. The base of the game, when it was developed in Korea, it was pay to win. Like, they were like bleeding money in the beginning. The game wasn't that good. It took them a few years to get it to a good state, to a point where people say, yo, this is a dope game, aside from the pay to win. So I'm sure they baked in all that pay to win just to, recoup losses or something, or that's just how they wanted the game to be. I don't know, but I don't think that was an Amazon games issue per se, but there were plenty of other issues like, there being a lot of bots and stuff, but that comes with every other game. It depends on how well the game is equipped to combat those kind of things. Like, there needs to be some underlying tools available in order to do that. Is that going to be an issue with Blue Protocol? Maybe, I don't know. It's too early to say, but overall, I'm not worried about Amazon games publishing this, guys. Like, honestly, I don't think it's going to be that bad. I'm just really hoping for a smooth release, a smooth launch where we're not sitting in like 100,000 queue or something and the worlds aren't crashing and lagging and constantly going down and things like that. I hope it's not like that. I hope they have a smooth and issue-free launch. I laugh when I say that, but that's what every MMO, right? So I'm not worried about the publisher. Now let's talk about the third thing I wanted to bring up is that there is no PvP in this game. Now, which other title out there is a major MMORPG which doesn't have a huge PvP scene? Final Fantasy 14. When they made their game, they're like, hey, this is what we're going to focus on. We don't really care about PvP. We'll put it in so you can go, and do it. But that's not a focus of ours. We're going to be focusing purely on the PvE. This is our main thing. And that's what they did. They do it well. And I don't see any reason to count out Blue Protocol. I used to be pissed about it because I used to say, hey, they just want us to run on a hamster wheel and generate money for them. It's just going to be a gacha running on a hamster wheel and we're just dishing out money and they get to see all that money roll in while we're just like, killing some mobs and shit. And there's no real class balancing going on because there's no one to complain about PvP and stuff. And, that was a very immature thing to, immediately rule them out on. I understand why they're doing it. I mean, this way you're able to attract a certain demographic of players. It's going to be more casual oriented, PvE oriented, right? And it's going to foster more of a community where, when you go into a dungeon, you're working together. It's not a very competitive game. They might have some high-end rating, I don't know. But if they do, what better way to do it when that's your main focus? So they might have their own reasons on why they want to not include PvP, and I'm not going to rule them out on it. I'm not going to immediately say I'm not playing this game because of that. That's not a deal breaker for me. I played so many games and so many MMORPGs that I know it's not just PvP that makes a game great. Like, I still play RuneScape. I don't even touch PvP. And that is one of the most basic games in terms of mechanics, right? But still, it is a beautiful game and there's a lot more to it that makes it a great game. So Blue Protocol is coming in with like really nice graphics, it's action combat, a lot of customization, and my fourth point is the pay to win. So the devs went out and said adamantly that there's not going to be any pay to win. Now, the community was worried because they announced some sort of tickets where you get additional loot rolls, which is pretty common in like, these kind of dungeon crawling games. I don't know to what extent that's going to be affecting the game, but I don't really see that as a deal breaker. And of course, this is a Japanese game, so I am willing to lean towards the side of trusting them in this regards. They came out and publicly said they're not doing pay to win, and the cash shop is going to be predominantly cosmetic and stuff. And looking at the trailers, they've emphasized on the customization quite a bit, so I don't doubt them on that. And I'm hoping because this is an anime style graphics and stuff, like they'd be able to mass produce a lot of different customization and constantly pump out new stuff onto the cash shop where you're constantly wanting to buy it and it has like no effect on your power, but it makes your character looks cool as fuck. Like, I hope that's the case. So I'm willing to believe them. I have no reason to doubt Banco in this regards. And, you know, they say it's going to be a free-to-play, non-pay-to-win game. I'm willing to trust that until they prove otherwise. So, all in all, we have the release date. We have the publisher, who I'm not worried about. We have the fact that there's no PvP. I'm okay with that. I just want a good game that I can have fun with, and I don't need PvP to have fun. I can have fun with my friends. I can have fun doing content, exploring, etc. Life skills, crafting, and all that stuff. And they've also said that they're not going to be making it pay-to-win. So, with everything that I've heard so far, I am looking forward to this game. I think it's going to be a good experience. Even if it's not going to be someone's main game, I think you should definitely check it out when it comes out, because it's free to play, right? Like, we can check it out, see if it's a good game, if we like it. If not, we can still experience that initial hype of a MMORPG launch when it's going to be popping. But yeah, in the meantime, let me know what you guys think about Blue Protocol from what we've seen so far and heard so far. Are you guys excited to play this? Are you going to check it out? Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. Please do like, comment, and subscribe if you did. And check me out at twitch.tv/I'mPansy. I'm going to be starting my streams up again real soon. And if you enjoy these kind of things, but in a longer form where we're talking about it for like 2 to 3 hours and then going through all sorts of things, then definitely join me on my stream. Until next time, take it easy. Peace.